The microphone is hot, Byron Slade, and that means you and I are back on the air. And guess what? As promised in the first break, Rock Royalty in the studio with us again tonight. We are talking to none other than Greg Patnode from the band Desert Dragon. Greg, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot, except you are on the air at the Muay Thai Metal Show at 97underground.com, and we are very happy to have you.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. That's awesome.
It's very cool. I appreciate you stopping by. We know you're very busy. We're going to talk about all things Desert Dragon this evening. Let's start with the new stuff that's going on. It sounds to me that you have a new album. Let's talk about that, and then maybe we'll take a ride on the Wayback Machine and how it all started and see where that takes us. But what is going on right now with Desert Dragon? Bring us and all the Muay Thai Metal listeners up to speed. I'll let you talk.
Yeah, so basically, been working on this last album for a bit, probably a little bit too long, but want to make sure it was right. And we've got a new singer with us. The other guy had moved, and
Greg,
Keith has moved too, but he was right down the road from me. But anyway, so we put this thing together. It's called This Side of Heaven.
That's it. Cool.
And not to be confused with one of the tracks on the album called South Side of Heaven.
Okay.
But This Side of Heaven, and we got 10 great songs on it, and we had some really cool people working on the album. We've got Adele Escalor. I'm not sure if I'm exactly pronouncing it correctly. It's a Middle Eastern name, but played violin on one of the tracks, and he did live performances with Jimmy Page, Robert Plant when they did their No Core tour.
Okay.
So he was the one doing violin parts for like Kashmir and what have you. So it was really cool to have him with us. And another guy, sax player that had played with like David Gilmour and some other great people, Michael Forbes, he was with us. And then a friend of mine, Hunter McCann, did some harmonica. I like having different instruments in there just to give a little bit of variety to the listening ear.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that on quite a few of your jams. It's very cool.
Yeah, and so and then we had Wynn Davis, and he mixed it, and he's worked with guys like in Dawkins and Black Sabbath and Guns N' Roses and Foreigner. And the list goes on and on. Dio, but he was really instrumental in putting this stuff to get the correct sound that we're looking for. And but yeah, just a lot of great people was helping out on it, and I think in the end it turned out fairly well.
Sounds good. Well, let's talk about that. It's you have a brand new album out, and like you said, it's called This Side of Heaven. The first single is Lock and Load, correct?
Yes.
But you have a video for that also.
We've got a video, and it's a pretty cool video. It's a lyric video. It's got a little bit of playing in it, but we're working on another one right now for another song on it called Swamp Thing, and that's going to be fun putting that together. Keith's working on a little bit right now, but yeah, Lock and Load's the only video out right now, which is really cool. If you guys check it out.
We've seen it. It's actually very cool. I like how you kick it off with that saxophone.
Yeah. The sax is awesome. Michael, he came in here, I think, like 3 different saxes, and played this stuff. And he's an animal on sax. He's so good.
And wait a minute.
It only took, I guess, David Gilmour a couple minutes to watch him play, and he says, "Okay, you're in."
No kidding. That's great. And you say is that Michael Smith?
Michael Smith. He does keyboards. He's doing all the keyboards.
Oh,
were
okay.
mostly keyboards.
When you,
And then, go ahead.
I was going to ask. So, what is the keyboard? I mean, the saxophone player's name?
Michael Forbes.
Oh, Michael Forbes. Okay, okay. Because I knew Michael
Yeah.
Smith was in the band. I know some guys play keys and horns. So I thought, oh, wait a minute. When you referenced Michael, I thought, oh, Michael Smith. So okay, so that's
Yeah.
Michael Forbes.
Yeah, we had a couple Michaels on board there, and then we got Brent Barker. It was a friend of Keith's, and we lost our other guy, moved up north, and so we got Brent Barker, and he's a really great guitar player, playing with us. And then Rick Brandt, our bass player, he has been with us for a while, and he's smoking bass player. And then Lenny playing drums, he's awesome too. So we got a lot of great players, and I'm glad it came out like it did.
No doubt about it. And we're glad you're here, Greg. But I think it's time for the Muay Thai Metal listeners to hear Desert Dragon for the first time. Why don't we just give them Lock and Load? What do you think?
You know what? I think that's a great idea.
I do as well. If you're just sitting down with us, none other than Greg Patnode, founder and guitar player for the band Desert Dragon out of Los Angeles, California. This one is the new single from This Side of Heaven. You're hearing it here on the Muay Thai Metal Show at 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock, worldwide, the station your mother warned you about. The song is called Lock and Load. The band, Desert Dragon. The CD, This Side of Heaven. Why are you hearing Desert Dragon on the Muay Thai Metal Show? Because we have none other than founding member and lead guitarist with us right now, a gentleman named Greg Patnode. Hey, Greg.
Hey.
Great song.
Yeah, thank you. That's it's definitely one of my favorites.
No doubt about it. Well, listen, let's take a trip on the Wayback Machine like we talked about in the first break and talk a little bit about how the heck did all this get started? You know, how did you found Desert Dragon? You go ahead. I'll let you talk.
Yeah. Back in the day, I think it's 2011 or so, you know, I was, been putting together from other bands and stuff and some new material and everything. And I go, you know what? Let me just do my thing and handpick these people to put this thing together and put this thing together, you know, something that really rocks. And I know, you know, writing it, you know, put my name on the line on this, whatever, but I think this stuff really stands tall. So, you know, we started to put this thing together, and it's gone through a couple, you know, reincarnations of the band. But,
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's still, you know, along that same, focal point. I'm pretty sure of what I was trying to set out to do here, and you know, it's just basically inspired by a lot of, you know, probably, you know, bands that, you know, classic rock bands, and you know, trying to get a little bit of the sound in from different bands and tonalities and everything.
Sure.
But it's you got to check it out.
Oh yeah, we definitely have been, and again, we're glad that you're on the show here, and you know, enlightening a lot of our fans as to, you know, who exactly Desert Dragon is, what do they have going on. If I may ask, are you like the lone member of the original lineup? And you know, it sounds like it's gone through some incarnations. Am I correct in saying that, or is there anybody that's been with you through the?
Rick, me and Rick, we've been there pretty much from the get go.
Okay,
but other people have you know, as fast as everything is moving, you know, people get busy with other projects and stuff.
Sure.
And but you know, we're still in contact with a lot of the guys and stuff. But you know, they're doing some cool stuff as well. But this set here, I think, is the best set yet of guys to put this stuff down. And hopefully we'll get some live shows out there and you know, see how that goes.
Sure.
And if it goes well, then we'll just keep doing it.
You might as well. That's great. I see that the album looks like the album dropped on November 11th of this year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
How's the reception so far? What can you see out there?
It's a lot. Getting a fair amount of sales.
Very good.
More than I have in the past, and it's people are digging it. I mean, I'm getting people all over the world buying the music, which is really cool.
That's great.
You know, I love traveling. I love, you know, people from different countries, you know, that are digging the music, and
sure.
And like Europe is a great place. You go over there and play, and man, people are just eating it up, man. They just love rock and roll over there.
Well, that's the beauty of our show, Greg, because we are on the internet. You know, we are 97underground.com worldwide. So, you know, we have people listening in Peru and Czechoslovakia. We've actually had Iran tune in from time to time. You know, you can see people's
cool.
ISP addresses. But like you said, Europe is still a hotbed for, you know, more of the heavier hard rock and the heavy metal that we tend to play.
Oh yeah, those guys, they love all genres of music. I mean, it's like in their blood. I mean, you know, Americans rock as well, but I think the Americans are more like, okay, well, let's check this out for a bit before I totally get,
right,
entrenched in this. Whereas they just right off the bat in Europe,
yeah, they're in it.
You could do anything and they'd probably love you. I mean, they love music.
No doubt about it. Well, I tell you what, we have some more time. We're going to listen to 2 more songs, but Greg, I'm going to let you pick it. You got Bad Luck, but then you got Swamp Thing. So you pick it and you talk a little bit about the song, and then I'll jump into it. We'll let everybody listen to it.
Okay, well let's do Bad Luck.
Okay, you want to do Bad Luck? Talk a little bit about the song. How to come together? What's it mean? You don't have to go real in depth, but just give us your take on it.
Well, basically, if you get a chance to look at the album cover, that's one of the songs that we kind of put in there. It has, it's a picture basically. Poker table and inside a casino.
Right.
And the song's called Bad Luck. So we got basically Bad Luck, and we got God Bless Miss America with the Marilyn Monroe in the picture. And then on top of one of the slot machines is a vulture. That's from Vulture City.
Okay.
And then Bad Luck is just because you're, having bad luck at the table that night or whatever. That's part of that. And then the dealer behind the thing is the Swamp Thing.
Oh, that's awesome. So basically the what you're telling me is the album cover's telling the story of all the songs in there. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Some of them, yeah. Kind of like I for some reason I go, what kind of pictures, should we have for album cover? And I'm trying to kick around ideas, and I go, I got an idea. Why don't we kind of make? I don't know if you remember that one poster when you're kids, like it's like a blacklight, has like all these dogs around a poker table and they're all drinking and smoking and playing cards.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
The first thing I was like, what's this dragon doing on here?
Right.
Look at the guy.
So I thought about that, and I go, hey, let's just bring in, take the dogs out and put different other characters in and put it in a casino, and so we drag in different parts of the song. So I go, that was, I thought that was kind of a cool, novel idea.
It is.
Doing that.
It's very cool. Greg, thank you so much for sitting down with us. We are sitting down with Greg Patnode, founding member and guitarist from the band Desert Dragon. This one is called Bad Luck. You got it right here at the Muay Thai Metal Show at 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide.
Oh, what's cooking, boys? Oh, now. Mama, listen to what I say. Like a sucker long in the face, sitting like a duck, you're a big disgrace. Well, the apple's gone rotten, but you wanna take a bite. All of your wrongs can't make one right. 'Cause the devil's in the cards again tonight. You just wanna roll them dicey bones, and you're feeling so alone, hitting all the wrong numbers when it's bad luck. Bad luck's your name. It's Jay. Well, the sky's falling down, but you're gonna spin the wheel one more time, 'cause it makes you feel. Well, you sold your soul for some song and dance, hoping to God for a second chance. You were born to lose, don't know no other way. You just wanna roll them dicey bones, and you're feeling your name. Yeah, sky's falling down, devil's in town, dishing out more of that bad luck. Bad luck's your name. It's a shame. Ooh, talk about bad, 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 bad luck. Talk about bad, 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 bad luck. Bad luck's your name. It's a shame. Talk about bad, 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 bad luck. Bad luck's your name. Talk about bad, bad luck.
97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock. Worldwide, the song Bad Luck. The CD, This Side of Heaven. The band, Desert Dragon. If you're just sitting down with us, you're wondering, wait a second, that sounds new. I don't know Desert Dragon. Who is Desert Dragon? They're out of Los Angeles, California. They've been around since 2011. Play on the Sunset Strip, and it's a good thing you're just tuning in because we are sitting down with the founder and guitarist, Greg Patnode. Greg, we got a few more minutes. Great song and Bad Luck.
Thank you. Yeah, it's it started out one of the slower ones when we were putting it together, but this one, like, once Keith started to put some vocals and stuff to it, like, wow, it became alive,
That's awesome.
So definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's very good, man. It's a great song. And I tell you what, the album, we've talked about the album cover. It's phenomenal. We were talking offline a little bit, while Bad Luck was playing, about the concepts on the front. And we have a song that we want to premiere for you here in a couple of minutes called Swamp Thing. So let's talk a little bit about that, Greg. I mean, I'm actually a huge comic book guy. And my favorite all-time comic book is, ironically, Swamp Thing. And I'm not making this up. And that's another story for another time. But you tell me how the whole Swamp Thing came together for you guys.
Well, basically, I was putting down some tracks, and I go, God, what is this? This is kind of it's kind of bluesy, like Southern.
Right.
And I'm just going like what are we going to call this thing? And all I could think of was like the swamp,
I gotcha.
Alabama, Mississippi, or whatever. Just
right.
Some guy would play on his porch or something.
I'm with you, Louisiana.
Yeah. So and then then of course Leonard Skinner, we got swamp music.
Right.
And so I go, okay, we're gonna just put this as Swamp Thing.
That is really cool. Yeah, I thought that was ironic. I was like, I've obviously heard the name a zillion times, but again, it was from, a different type of entertainment. So
yeah,
that is
the like animation and that whole thing.
Absolutely. Well, that is very cool. Listen, final parting thoughts. You got to tell us, where can we find Desert Dragon? Talk about your presence online, any Instagram, Facebook, website.
Yeah, if you go to desertdragonofficial.com, desertdragonofficial.com, there's links to the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and stuff on there.
Okay.
And then also, we got the CDs for sale on there, or singles if you want to purchase that way. And then, some more history, the videos, and you can find out a lot of other stuff from the website. And, we got T-shirts and other crap there too.
Cool, cool.
They can check out. And, but yeah, anything you can pull away from Desert Dragon, you go to the desertdragonofficial.com, and it'll lead you there.
That's perfect. It'll take you to everything. It'll take you to the music. Yeah, folks, listen up. It'll take you to the music. It'll take you to the swag. It'll take you to all the social media presence. Everything you need to know right there again at desertdragonofficial.com. Final thoughts. How about any tour dates, Greg? Anything on the horizon at all? The Sunset Strip, anything out in LA? What are you guys thinking?
Well, yeah, maybe. We're still trying to put that stuff together. Just tried to get everyone from the band to try to get together in one place because everyone's got so much other stuff going on is a little tough. But we all say that we're going to make it happen. So we'll see what happens.
Sounds real good. Again, it is Greg Patnode. He's a founder. He's a lead guitarist. He's from the band Desert Dragon. Greg, thank you so much for joining us. And as we talked about 3 or 4 minutes ago before we got into the swag portion of the interview, there's a song on the CD called Swamp Thing. Greg, I tell you what, how about I let you intro half of it and I'll give him the 97 Underground thing at the end. You want to premiere your song here?
Yeah. You're listening to Swamp Thing by Desert Dragon.
Right here at 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide.
That was a nice outro from Rockin' Ron Mano sending you on your way here on the Muay Thai Metal Show. You were sitting down with Greg Patnode, the band Desert Dragon. He's got a song coming up, Swamp Thing, after the break. But Ron, what did you think about that whole interview? It was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
Fantastic stuff. Great guy, Greg Patnode, band Desert Dragon, been at it since 2011. Patnode's been at it for probably about 45 years, and I am so thankful he stopped in and sat down with us on the Muay Thai Metal Show today. We got to pay some bills. That's why you got to hear this stop set. But we're going to hear Swamp Thing in just a second. Go, B-Slade.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron. He's working with Keith St. John of Kingdom Come.
And Montrose.
Of Montrose. Yeah, he's been there for eons. But that guy, he does good vocal sets. So stick around and get more Keith St. John and Greg Patnode right after this.